Quost. The Quost. Yeah, you're Quost now. Hello. Okay, so 3:17. So that is the perfect time to be streaming now. Don't worry, we'll still be doing the streams at the other times, but yeah, I decided to take PTO, but I at least kind of arrived there and was able to get holiday pay as well. But I did not want to stick around because I was gonna, for those unaware, I know it's probably most likely just going to be my sister and Golden, but I'm Oklahoman. We just had like 100-mile-per-hour wind last night on the 4th of July. By the way, happy day. And basically several areas are out of power. Thankfully, my family still has some, but my job doesn't. And if I would have stayed there, I would be doing what my manager called dead stalking, where we'll be standing on the store floor in the dark without air conditioning on a hot day, basically looking at all the tags and all the things and making sure that they're in the right place. So I decided that sounded like hell, so I'm back here. Yeah. Speaking of Independence Day, I was kind of worried that it was gonna be a shit show for me at my job on the 4th of July, but turns out we didn't even get up to 40 donations. We also did kind of close early, but also a lot of people were more likely buying fireworks elsewhere or buying stuff for barbecues, which I'm theorizing is why the weather is so weird last night. But yesterday wasn't too bad. Yeah. I am speaking for myself. But I do have I have typed down 3 more intro topics, but I think I might save 2 of them for another time. What I will say, the 3rd one here, I did a little bit of research because depending on if I was gonna actually be able to get any people here. I know Wildermyth's a bit more of a niche game. It's still got quite a bit of fans, but yeah. I want to at least have someone experience it. But I just kind of played safe. I was looking around at my horror games, and I remembered Spooky's House of Jump Scares, Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. They've been trying to get an update ready for that game for a few years now, actually. They've been calling it the Soup Update. It's not out yet, and I did a little bit of digging into the Steam forums, and apparently there's a bit of issue with some stuff in the background, and from what I've heard, part of it is because of a problematic person on the team that they're dealing with. And I think that person made some models. So taking a while. But that's all I will say. I'm not an expert on that matter. I'm just someone that plays games. Speaking of games, I forgot I had it full screened. Alright. So, I don't know how much you guys remember of where we were at last time. Alright, so I have a character text file up because this group of 3 that we have here, this is the Zesty Zaner Guild. We've got IS Sky, we've got Bo Blue, and we've got Grandma Zeal. So now we have a little bit of the world to play with, because last time we started in Des Moines. Actually, it was more close to the evening, but you know, whatever. But we did a bit of the tutorial there, where we learned about Fighter and Hunter. Then we did a tutorial here at Xanor Rest, where we learned about Mystic. And then they all grouped up and we took down Xanor. We took down the enemies in Xanor Rest. And that was the last thing that we did. It was a little bit late into the night. I think I started this. Hold on. I could probably look at the live and see. Okay. Yeah, I did Age of Ulstryx probably the same night that I did the... Probably. I did it on the same night that I tried to finish up Pokemon Platinum's post-game, and then realized that damn Piplup had screwed me out of completing it. Sorry, Prinplup. So we've got 2 options. Well, we've kind of got more, I guess, but we've got a few options. We've got a recruit opportunity, so Dara, Golden, if you guys want to come up with some character names, I suggest you do so now. I'm going to secure Xanor Rest first, though, because we can get resources from it. And if we take our time, we can find an item. So that's what I'm doing. Plus, this lets Bo fully heal up. A thorough delving through the mysteries of Xanor Rest has proven rewarding. I don't remember their voices at all. Solid work, team. Xanor Rest will return to the hands of the common folk. While I tend it, the site will provide resources at the end of each chapter. We get a hide, an ingot, and a spell thread. I'll try and figure out how to make that work into an actual name, I guess. Fox Quartz Bracelet. This gives 0.5 armor. That boosts you up. They're just gonna travel as a team for now. Oh, by the way, this is the Calamity counter. That's not being covered up. Flinthai. Flinthai. That's just your whole name, huh? There we go. Meowscuridae. How does that fucking work for a name? Okay. Let's get them. That one. Sounds like a world where the Bible did not influence names, not gonna lie. It's never Sarah. It's never Beth. Nah, it's Meowscuridae. I mean, like, it's the Yondering Lands. This is I don't believe they have too much of a Christian there's not much of a Christian influence onto this game's mythology. I think it's a lot more there's a lot more Native American influences. There's a lot more just like, I guess I could search it up instead of trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about. Let's see. That doesn't tell me much. Let's do this. Not Native American, but this is for sure high fantasy. There are some like stuff that I feel like is sort of inspired by Native American folklore. Like, I think there's something Thunderbird adjacent. Man, I'm not really getting much here. Aesthetics of Wildermyth. Damn, never mind. Alright, fuck it. There's such a thing as sober fantasy? If so, that's funny. Okay, Meowscara's colors. Meowscarada. It was like that, and it was like a darker, right? Right? Let's have their hair have like a tint of green. Oh, black and green. Alright, so it's like more over there. Yeah, let's kind of do that. I don't really want to make them, I mean, like, as tempting as it is, I don't really want to make like a character like my avatar who has blue skin. Like, I don't want to go too crazy with that. Because the game already can turn them pretty crazy if you allow them. Sarah, I mean, I was just building off of the female body type here, but if you have some suggestions for what you might want them to look like, I can try and do that. Like, they don't have to have like a feminine face or hairstyle or lack of facial hair. We can't really demo the voices, but we can also change their gender, what they'll be referred to as, their attraction, and we can allow all these things. And that's not even getting into personality. To make this simpler, you can just choose like the main personality and the secondary personality, because right now she's the aloof greed wagon, which means she's greedy first and foremost, and she's a loner secondary. If we're basing this off of Meowscarada though, like, hold on, actually, she needs to look a little bit more dubious, I guess. Meowscarada is like a magician of sorts, right? She needs to look kind of snarky. I say snarky. We could make her snarky, but I think everyone else has also already got the snark covered. Let's see. Alright. Okay. So yeah, Meowscarada is a grass dark type. Let's see game data. Okay. This Pokemon uses the reflective fur lining in its cape to camouflage the stem of its flower, creating the illusion that the flower is floating. Huh? Oh. Oh. So that little pink, like that cactus looking thing, it's not just flying around? With skillful misdirection, it rigs foes with pollen-packed flower bombs. Meowscarada sets off the bombs before its foes realize what's going on. And from Pokopia, this Pokemon uses the reflective... Oh, we already just fucking read that. That's a funny image. Meowscarada's flower bomb. Okay. So, I'm going to say she's a fucking goofball. And maybe a hothead. The hot-headed goofball. Okay. Oh yeah, let's look at Mio's history. Mio's parents died in succession when she was still very small. She learned grown-up ways at a young age. For some reason, she always had nightmares about a place called Thunderdor. Thunderdor? Man, they have so many cool names, and then there's just like, have you been to Thunderdor? I'm sorry. No memory of ever going there, and she hoped never to find it. Compelled by a ghost inside her bones, she sought starlit solitude, staring into the cosmos. So she's distant, she's a dreamer, and she's inhabited. Alright. Does everything look good here? Do we perhaps want to change one of these? Because I don't remember changing them for the other three that we have. Because if you don't remember, these allow you to get personalized little side quests. Everything looks good? Okay. Meowscarada. Alright. Costs 3 legacy points to recruit. We have 5, so it's no big deal. Alright. Didn't take long to trek back to Des Moines. And the town still seemed like the best bet for finding another able pair of hands. Nod.
Wait! It's you! From the... Heroes? Right. Anyway, I was hoping you'd come back.
Everything alright?
Oh, everything's fine. And that's just it. It's been quiet in Des Moines so far, but I heard those things you said. That talk of becoming big, impressive heroes with capes and battle axes and things. And it stuck with me, more than I would have thought.
Is that how we put it?
Possibly. Forming a company of heroes can get one a little fired up. You were right, though. I assume there's all manner of horror and squish and fighting for your life, too. But shoot! You get to look like an absolute legend while doing it.
Well, we could use another fighter on our side, if you're game.
Oh, fantastic! I'm glad you offered. Otherwise, I'd have to just awkwardly follow you around until you finally handed me a weapon.
Well, damn. I kind of respect that. It's kind of the look he has on his face. Far be it from us to turn you down, then. Alright. We did name her Meowscarada, who is a magician, but she was talking an awful lot about swinging battle axes. So you know what? I'm not gonna deny her. Plus, I personally like having warriors. But I don't know. If you guys want, I'll let the choice be yours. Let's go Mystic. You gotcha. There she is studying. Alright, so she's gonna need some training. So we're gonna train her up. Meanwhile, our calamity ooh. Here's another mechanic. Infested tiles are unsafe. Infestations increase the strength of the source threat, can ambush groups of 2 or 1 heroes, and over time will spread and turn into an incursion. You can clear infestations by taking out the source, or by sending a group of heroes to patrol on the tile. So yes, the influences of the enemy that you're fighting can kind of spread around. Meow has grown stronger. Aww, what a cute outfit. That actually fits really well. Like, she looks very much witch-like. Alright. As the Mystic, Meow has acquired the knack of... Oh yeah, we already kind of read that. We can learn Earth Scribe, Spirit Blade, or Ignite. Okay. What is our... What do you know? Okay, you know Myth Weaver. That's your thing. Okay. I might go with, Okay, well, if I had Ignite and Spirit Blade together, that would be really well, because Ignite just lets me, within range, set a thing of debris on fire. Spirit Blade makes use of that fire, because if an ally stands adjacent, directly adjacent to, oh, just an interfused object. Okay. But interfused blazes, so if you took control of the fire, then you can grant them fiery attacks. But honestly, I might just go for Earth Scribe, because that allows the team to wall with interfused objects so that they get one more bit of defense. And also, interfusing with stone grants her extra armor warding and temporary health, and gives her rock shield, and then she can make a bone wall. So welcome to the team. Okay, so let's scout out this tile, since it is infested. Oh, but we have Draven. So, while in this campaign, the Gorgons are the main threat. However, The other factions, except Thrixel for this one, can still be around to cause mayhem. I kind of like the Draven. I'm also kind of debating on whether or not I want to, because I can patrol, so it'll decrease the strength, but I can also just attack. We'll patrol. Alright. We have cleared it up. So now it's at strength 3. Let's fight. Hey, some actual gameplay. Uh-oh. Okay. The Great One. Oh, now I gotta remember this fucker's voice.
So I noticed Bo's been gone a while. Any clues why? I bet he's just sitting down somewhere, enjoying the quiet.
This peddler may know.
Oh, Peddler Man. Oh? Excuse us, Peddler Man. We were wondering if you've seen a fellow pass this way. Dressed for the wilderness? Well, firstly, I'm not selling anything.
Could have been any time in the past couple days. Where are you coming from?
Small village near what we used to call Star of Alderwallow. It's not.
Star of Alderwallow's where he was headed. Giving it a look, but you never saw him?
Sorry, no. But listen. Folks have been disappearing back there. I don't know what's gotten into them. But it's not safe. I've packed my things and I'm heading out. Your friend. Well, I hope you find them.
The man in his cart roll along.
Hey, you don't think Bo's hiding under all that junk, do you?
Or perhaps he was disguised as the peddler. Aya, what are you on about? Does that look like him?
By the sound of it, there is something worth running from up ahead. And that's where we sent him.
Later.
Anything?
No, you?
No.
It's a little village, but I doubt they all packed and left. From a gully among the rocks rises a brief gust of voices. Hear that?
Come, Great One! Great One, come!
Come, Great One!
Great One, come! Come, Great One!
Great One seems kind of shy tonight, huh?
Hush up, you!
Yeah, hush!
Come, Great One, we brought you a gift. Spare us!
Well?
The urgent cries and amber torchlight are easy to follow in an otherwise still night. Bo's cage is makeshift but sturdy. This is a sacrifice, isn't it?
Shh, not if we stop it.
Alright, we can attempt to reason with these fuckers, or rescue him by force.
Good neighbors, land folks, listen, there's no need for blood.
Or,
we'll scatter this rabble.
alright, so, one of us is locked up. Which one do you think we should do? I remember the outcome for one of these. Not so much the outcome for the other part. The other one. Maybe try reasoning? Alright.
Good neighbors, landsfolk, listen, there's no need for blood. Trying to get us all killed, stranger, or just yourself? Trying to get us out alive, actually. Don't want to fight you, and you don't want to fight us.
Grim. Not the best at these D&D likes, not going to lie. I'm not asking which one you think is, like... Well, I guess sort of. I'm just curious about what option you yourself want to see. Because I have a particular way of playing this game. I'm just curious as to which way you want the story to go for some of these.
This is the price of survival. Our own are not exempt. The Great One demands sacrifice, and we have no choice but to oblige. No choice at all? What are you saying? And what's this Great One? You haven't seen it. The Great One. It comes with a host of bloodthirsty beastmen, monsters. It burns, it eats, or else it rages and kills across the countryside. So we'll kill it. Huh? We'll kill it. Won't we?
Guess so.
You really mean that? You'll stand in its way? To battle the deadly monster? Why? That's a good question. How deadly are we talking?
If we fail, then it gets to eat us anyway, doesn't it? Either way, you're safe.
Well, I see no harm in letting you try. Don't expect us to throw our lives in with yours.
The village folk shuffle past, up to their homes. Graham, Aya, and Mia break Bo out of his prison.
I wish one of you had stopped me. Now we have to fight a great one.
From within the cave, a blue glow growls. From within the cave, a blue glow grows. And a hungry growl. Here's the Draven. It's essentially just lizard folk. And then this is the Great One. Torturous crackling accompanies its torquing gait. The sound of stone heating till it breaks. A ripping hot roar as from a black furnace flows forth. So this is the threat. Okay. Alright. Have fun storming the castle. Nice. Oh, there's something behind it. Nice. They have a lot more movement than I thought they were going to. Nice. Nice. Get his ass. Yeah. Alright. Throwing knives. Alright. Both gonna be dual wielding knives. Okay. The Great One is extinguished, reduced to ash. Its minions are dead or scattered. Bo and the rest make a weary return from the cave in the gully. Oh yeah, thank you. I wasn't sure if...
You can count on me, Bo. Always.
Aw. I know. I really do know. Dawn climbs onto the distant hills as the old village spokesman sheepishly approaches, trailing a young woman with fiery eyes.
Let me first thank you, strangers. My name's Silsa Doublerood, and my parents were among the first sacrificed to that thing by this man and his posse. We all wound up under their thumb. In any case, you've broken their power, and we've wrested our homes back. You and yours will be welcome here for the rest of numbered days, and in our humble village, your names shall never fade.
As the morning stretches, Bo and the others head out, refusing an offer to stay in favor of getting on the road. The people here will be strong, believing in the courage of the Zesty Xanor Guild. The lair of the Great One will be overgrown with flowers, a memorial to the innocents who died there. The story will ring through generations. Got so many legacy points. Uh-oh. Thank goodness we're not dealing with Draven. Also, I forgot, you. Female mystic. Alright. Gonna secure this place. We'll catalog everything. Uh-oh. A calamity. Since they're not here, I'm gonna have to explain this again to them, but for those who I guess might be watching, calamities. New decks or new cards get added to the deck of this, to kind of boost the power of these creatures. So like every once in a little while you'll get a calamity, and you can spend legacy points to like fuck them over so that they don't get more powerful. But sometimes you have to figure out whether or not it's worth it to spend the point. I could get rid of this thing now, because the rest of these we're probably not gonna be finding, hopefully. But you know what? Let's add the boar. So yeah, as you can also see, you can each monster seems to have like a health and a shield card added alongside it, and I think there's even other cards, because like this one's called Rager 1, so that means that there's different types of Ragers and stuff like that. Oh yeah, and there's the cave that we broke Bo out of.
It's mostly just messing with stuff, to be honest.
Scarf of Cunning. I want that on my ranger. I'm gonna scout over here. We could work on like building a pass through here, but it's not really worth it right now. Alright, Token of Affection. Stars Aya. Isn't Aya? Yeah. So who's this knucklehead? Shriff. Scruffle. It is sturdy enough for someone like you, somebody like you, if that's what you're wondering.
I'm looking for myself today, actually. I need something for my, for Bo.
Of course, bow. Is this a studded leather bow? A colorful bow? There are shiny brass button bow types out there. Maybe he's one of those.
A tolerant bow. And good thing too, I'd be one lonely mockingbird. He's a rare find, one I don't entirely deserve. But traveling, tracking, and fighting, it's Sunday breakfast, lunch, and dinner now, and Bo's deep in it. He thinks he's more alone than he is. He thinks he's more alone than he is, even when I'm right there. I'm not sure what to say, but when we're out under the stars, he's still the closest thing I've got to a home. I want to hold on to that, so I thought if I found something to show how I... You do not need to know all this.
Folks use you to save it for the barkeeper. Appreciate the context though, if you want my opinion. Oh shit. Okay. Health potency block. Pitted against opponent accuracy in order to calculate a hit or miss. Gotcha. Since no one's really in chat right now, I have to make this decision. He does need more health, but I wonder what this does. Hold on. Since I think this is the first time I've encountered this, let's look at the wiki. Alright, didn't really. All I know is that this doesn't really do much, but probably shows a nice scene with them. He does need the health though, so.
You think it'll help?
Barkeeper can give you an ale mug. I can give you a necklace. The rest is your goose to pluck.
Oh.
Ah, you're back. Listen, did something happen to the tent? It won't stand. I've been yucking it around all evening.
TMI? We'll look at it later. I was thinking tonight, we could have a sit over on the hill, watch the stars pop.
No.
Breeze is still warm. Plus, I got you something.
Did he even... Oh, he did! Whoa! Lover's necklace. Aww. That's adorable. Okay, so... that kind of shows the two types of scouting outcomes. You can either get one, you can either get an area that doesn't really have anything to take back, or you have like a place that an enemy is holding out in and you need to attack it. But the ones where there's no enemies actually on it, we can build a station. And we might go ahead and do that. We will have iron fabric, 2 fabrics, 2 hearts. Okay, so I might choose this one.
The people's needs are our needs as well. We should help as we can.
Georgeshire's tailoring families have selected the spot for an outfitter or weaver works, or even a Wildermyth tannery. Any of these would help the provincials prosper. So I'm gonna do that. Yay! Let's cut this tile. It's the will altar. Let's patrol. So yeah, I usually try and play it as safe as I can. I don't like to attack things, especially this early on. I'm not willing to fight like that. Although, maybe I should be. Anyway. Anchors. I've seen this one. Okay, I've got one. Favorite fruit.
Oh dear. Blueberry? Blackberry? Fucking fireworks? Cranberry? One of the berries, probably.
It's a hard question, I understand.
Okay, my turn. Favorite thing to fight?
That's like asking my favorite rash.
Least favorite, then.
Might have to be Gorgons.
Is that because they're over the next hill?
It's the ick factor. Even worse than Thrixel. They don't just move. They spread. They're like walking diseases. You have never fought a Thrixel, Bo. How do you know this? I specifically pointed out they're not in this campaign. You have not fought a Thrixel. And here I am, making a career out of them. I'm not that old, right? Sometimes I wonder if it's not too late to start over somewhere. I wouldn't, though, realistically. It'd reek of abandonment.
Well, we appreciate that.
What about you? What keeps you here? He's probably fucking terrified, honestly.
Honestly, sheer terror. It's shameful, but I may be in this for my own sake more than I'd care to admit. A sense of self-preservation can crack a long whip. The heroic veneer only goes so deep.
No, I respect that.
Diplomatic of you.
I'm not exactly a pillar of shining light myself. Got enough enemies out there, don't make yourself one too.
Fair. Gorgons do a fine job of that. We're getting close.
So yeah, sometimes a lot of that stuff, it's like, I love the way they do that, because they're... It's fun seeing the different kinds of topics that these groups kind of stumble into. And since they have many ways to influence the personality of a character. I like how it comes out in a natural manner. I'm guessing that we got this because Graham admitted he was terrified. Insight: all heroes have 2 times stunt chance. I need you over there. Okay, interfuse with the chimes. You, meanwhile, are interfusing with this stone. Oh, hello. Damn, he's still alive. He's just walking around. Damn it. Alright, but here's a cool trick. Nice. Yeah, sometimes you have to think a little bit outside the box, because the discus can kind of go on to the next enemy. So even if you hit like a piece of furniture, you can still ricochet it back to an enemy that's just out of your range. Well, can't win them all. Nice. Here's the other one. So if I believe, if I'm right, yeah, they have well, they have charge. Also, you just kind of saw them walk through something, so you know, watch out for that. Yeah, get distracted over there, dumbass. Need a stone. Also. Oh yeah, you're still alive. No, yes, obviously. What I meant to say was, she still has an action. There we go. I should have done that first, admittedly. No! How dare you? She even took it out with Lover's Vengeance. Nice. Belt of Rhythm. Alright, I need my warrior to be able to move around. Aya's got rhythm. She's now got rhythm. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a very faint one. They also get a damage up. It's easier to see the health and the shield. We're gonna find an item. I should have read that. Ooh. The prisoner. Bo and Graham went in search of an exile. This is Bo's. Proud, brash, and potential. Okay. Bo never told anyone. In fact, he often wondered whether it had truly happened at all. Hey, Gaster. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember this. Were you here when I played Wildermyth last time? I don't recall. It's a good game. A death curse had been laid on his head as a boy, the words of some weird witch whose wrath had been stirred. A vulture voice shrieked in Bo's sleep, visiting often on nights of a shadowed moon. Many years went by. As winters piled up, Bo began to feel a clutching hand at his heart. Okay. Right, now I remember. And at last he confided in someone. He chose a friend, a man with whom he'd fought battles and beaten dire odds.
College is just up this way. It's a little spookier than I'd hoped.
I love that we have a coward. I don't think I usually had coward characters in situations, so it's just fun seeing him react. He's literally like a buffer Shaggy who knew magic. Gorgeous in the woods. Kind of has to be. You're a greed wagon. No, you're a loner. Right, okay, that would explain a bit more as to... Never mind, hey. They traveled to the whispered home of an exile, an old mystic reputed to have studied curses in their encounters. I do wonder. I don't know. Exile. Being exiled. I'm not someone who hangs in every window for a word, but that idea. What did this person do?
I can't really say myself. I don't know. I mean, we ourselves aren't exactly welcome everywhere. Sometimes it's just difference that people fear.
What's this lady called?
Royne was the name I heard. Royne Lincoln.
I don't see him, so I don't know how to voice him yet. Trees! Is it the wakeful trees again? All mumbling and moth-peppered? From the far side of the cottage, her creaky voice bleats. Okay, so it's a her.
Is it the trees or the breeze between them, or the hair of the proud owl, muttering to mock my ears on this most markless night? Whatever you be, lostlings or doggins, or even a man of bones, if you creep hankering to my cottage door, be warned, I'm no morsel for a tooth, nor treasure for a...
I promise, we're none of those things.
Do you promise? By what token, spirit voice, am I to trust
Then her lantern light finds their faces,
Oh,
and a laugh spills from her. A burbly, wet, warm laugh.
oh, is it two couth travelers? Oh, come inside. It's late, but my stove's going. There's a pig feet pickled 9 years. Chicken all chap and simmer.
They tell this exiled mystic about Bo's curse as chicken cooks in a bluish bath.
Curses, hexes, are really extensions of nature. Agents of a wild will, like beasts, like fire. Eating, breathing, destroying. Once a curse is spun into motion, it follows the course of chaos. The trick is then to trap it, to lure it out of the life it circles, and bind it within new bounds. Sure, I know how to do this, but the cost is always steep.
We don't, or I'm not fully sure. But I don't think we have a lot of options.
If you are set on it, then there's somewhere you must go. You may not well enjoy it, what you find there, but you are to retrieve something. A stone. A stone that was buried in a cave well hidden. There are few objects of power in this world fit to be a home, a prison for a curse. The Dremold stone, green and bright. Hope that I'm the only one who knows its location.
So, at the end of a prompt for a side quest, or as it calls it, an opportunity, the two options are, yes, we'll go do the side quest now, or I'll think about it. So, they leave on a quest of curse breaking as dawn crests the hilltops. Now, Aya can help out Mio. Oh, by the way, meet Mio. Oh, the story continues. Where Royne inked their map, an unremarkable tunnel mouth opens. I'm not set on going through with this. Don't even know what's really down there.
We've already come this far.
Water rubbed this cave into the soft parts of the planet. This is a good, cool air, a strange, ancient smell. So what do you think we'll have to battle? Giant snake? Gorgon? Scorpion beasts of some kind?
I'm imagining a giant bear, made of stone and all, bristly, growlish, curled up in a shadow somewhere.
Growlish is cute.
Wait, are you saying you spotted something? Something that was my distracting rear half? An actual clue?
It's not important. Also, insane lore drop. Graham do be packing. Graham apparently has a dump truck. Not that I needed to know that. Thanks, Graham. You always have the most insightful of comments. Down through the dimming narrows of the cave they stoop until Graham pulls up.
Half-broken wall here, made by people.
There they squeeze sidelong between decaying stonework. There's no door, meaning it wasn't meant to be opened. The Fox Council will remember that.
Hopefully means they didn't leave any traps, right?
Ambient light seeps from mineral veins in the next chamber. How old is it, though? This mortar comes away like cake paste. Not just a cave, I guess.
She said it was buried. I didn't think she meant buried. It reads, Everlasting rest now cradles our bright hero, Enso Aristalis,
who tore a world from the talons of a hungry evil, and gave his life to free us from tyranny. So this jewel we're meant to find, it has to be
hidden with his bones.
Okay, so Gaster, since you're here, what do you think their course of action should be? Should they refuse to dig it up, or do we dig it up carefully? Brash digig. Alright, let's dig. The pair of them dig in the hard earth at the statue's feet. The cave clouds up, their foreheads steam, and they don't speak. Chop and scuff of shovels echoes, grunts, and heavy breaths. Deeper and deeper, the hole widening, the soil rich smelling, smoky and sharp, And then in the earth where they dug, a green jewel, knitted and strung, not like anyone's treasure, but like a tool to drape from the belt. I'm picking it up, I guess.
Look inside, upon that feathered light, soaring and unsteady, glancing like sun on swords, over hills forgotten, fates forgone.
You got some poetry in you suddenly?
I don't remember where it's even from.
They exit the way they came in, leaving only dust and a defaced monument. But, see, yeah, the only thing is... Graham? What do you figure this means?
Oh, this? What does this mean, you're asking?
Oh yeah, no. The choice was either let's not dig this up or let's dig this up. I should have been better about it. Because Graham was like, oh, we'll just dig carefully. Don't worry about it. So, with a soundless shout, the ghost streams forward. Spectral hero. The apparition glides through the air, wrathful and soundless, swinging a ghostly weapon that connects solidly enough. Huh. That's quite a lot. Let's swamp. Hold on. First, how much movement do you have? Here. Alright, Graham. Fuck him up. Uh-oh. Graham? Graham, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Oh, thank God he's pinned. 3 damage, 2 to 7 range. 3 damage. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I got a text. Alright. I'll be right back. I'm back. Alright. I even got a snack with me, because I felt like it. The spirit turns to smoke, and then to nothing. Graham and Bo don't pause long. They embark again for the cottage of the exile. Despite favorable weather, their campfires are louder than their conversations.
Do you think no, right? Anyone would do what we've done. I think that's true.
Yeah. Familiar smells, the wild fennel and black bell, tell them they've returned. The trees are birdless by day as they were by evening.
I guess we're almost done, right?
Are we? I wish I had a better feeling about it. Nah, I don't know. I'm not sure. This whole time I haven't been sure. I'm glad you've prompted me along, though. For whatever that's worth. My brain went to Lord of the Rings, logic of ghosts, so you cannot pierce without a certain weapon. Yeah, different high fantasy.
So quick indeed, as if you flew on wings of fire. I was just standing back there.
Neat. Anyway.
Found the old stone, Royne, where you said it would be.
In a tomb is where it was. Some would say a hallowed place.
No. I'm sorry. I was sure it's just an ill-famed spot. But you retrieved it anyway? You must be so brave and so desperate.
Yeah, well, I'm also wondering. After touching it, this stone, I don't think it's just a gemstone. It's uncomfortable in my palm. It almost seems to have feelings.
You need wakeful things to keep a curse in. Ancient things from an age when the world was less still. They weren't born in the earth, they were crafted. Elden mystics and the gods of deep and glade, or who made the Drumworld, the Malashir, the Meldstone, and the Moonwheelin.
Should we understand what she's saying?
You learned this all somewhere?
When I was young, I lusted for these stones. They were the only thing, it seemed, that could be kept from me.
Kept from you?
Well, no. I'm a hermit scholar, you see. Of course I would want them. For study. But clearly they're quite rare.
The cottage air seems somehow colder than the outside. As cold as the night they came here first.
Anyway, exiles taught me the peril in petty wants. I no longer wish to hold one. I wish for nothing to be held, nor any bird be caged.
All her articles appear unmoved. Even the dust has kept its place. It's as if this woman was simply sitting, waiting for their return.
You know what I mean, Bo. Your life is held in bondage by a curse you never earned. Now that I think on it, that should precede lunch. I must honor the urgency that moved you.
Putting it off would be pointless, I guess. Second thoughts at all?
Always. But I'm not sure if there's any reason in it.
I'll bring the stone out now.
Indeed.
Royne livens a crowd of candles. Holding it again, Bo can't help but be unnerved by the lights inside the Drumworld.
Yes, it looks just the same.
Glowing lowly, pulsing with the suggestion of sound. He feels it through his bones, beating the thrum of vast wings. Royne tugs it from Bo's half-offered hand.
What we attempt today is not a dangerous thing. You may watch Gramazil, but don't interfere.
Swoop.
Casting a curse is easier than removing one. The larger share of the risk is mine, if that comforts you. Now I must fuse with the jewel, and with you, Bo. My power is ungreat, but I believe it should suffice. Allow me to reach out to you.
What exactly will you be bonding with?
His penis. Are you curious? I need a voluntary opening, a point of purchase, a bridge of consent. I studied this the way you would study an instrument. A long while.
It's not common knowledge, the kind of magic she speaks of. But that's, after all, why they came to the house of the exile, Royne Lakin.
The light will change.
And it does. The window stays open, but day is doused within the cottage walls. Royne's face goes blank.
You're a hunter at heart. You see paths where others see borders. Mental geography is akin to the physical world. Ah, good.
I'm opening up, right?
You're better at it than you think you're doing. You're better at it than you think. You're doing enough.
I don't like this. Interfusion is achieved. First drawn as inkling lines between them, then color seeping in. Joining wall, filled and formed with nothing but the mulling force of their minds. Bo and the woman Royne are connected. Next, the stone is sought and bound to them. In the cottage to Graham, there's only silence. In the cottage to Graham, there's only silence. The ghosts of light and the expression on these faces in front of him. But to Bo, there appears a nauseating specter of a thing even books forgot. Something that has been trapped inside this stone since charred times. He wants to withdraw somehow, or shout, but finds even the notion brushed away, as if by Royne's hands, suddenly long-seeming hands, and sharp of nail.
Bo, this doesn't look...
A shadow presence exits his body. Bo can feel it, leaving his heart clear. There's a smell of fresh blood. For a moment, pain contorts Royne's face, and wild colors swirl under her skin. But the shadow goes quickly into the jewel, takes the place of whatever was once there contained.
Bo, stop, are you saying? Hey, stop! Royne! Oh, yes, of course. We are finished.
It all ends very suddenly. The dark, the quiet. Graham manages to catch a slumping back Bo.
Puh.
Puh.
Got you. I'm really... myself? Again? And oh, my prison.
She lets the jewel tumble, crushes it with one swift happy stomp.
Shatters like a worm pecker's precious little egg.
Bo regains his feet. You're not...
But what happened?
The house explodes. Woof. Royne stands tall as wreckage rains.
Ah, delicious morons, flagrant fools. Remember this moment, savor it.
Royne, what did you just do?
Oh, how the growly man growls. The tragic and tart-eyed, intricable thing. It's wonderful news. You need no more call me Royne Lycan. I will never need to wear so coarse a name again. Call me Volta, for I am she. I am the Vulture Queen herself. My powers come home at the last. Oh, but you were so easily fooled. I might even believe you had desired this. Does the spirit of my servant reside in you? No, for I would have certainly felt it, I'd say, when you were young.
Yours is the voice.
But how pleasing that you will finally understand. How many times, on a night of no moon, had Bo woken with a murmur in his ear, the whispering of an absent woman's lips? The whisper would rise in pitch as it went away, receding as if on wings. Yours is the voice I've heard all my life. Yes, I am your curse mother, and how special you are to me, child. Absurd little rabbit who's fulfilled all my dreams. Bo? If you think your talents can tickle me, think again. But you've worked hard on my behalf. I'd rather reward you than rip your veins up, so in that spirit...
He struggled towards her, faltering on house rubble. But like a feather in the smoke, the woman vanishes. In a barren taproom, later, along the road home.
At least the curse seems gone?
It does.
Seems like it would be gone. I'm sure we'll find a way to undo whatever we did.
Time in its mountains tend to pull melting... Sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Time in its mountains tend to pull meeting paths apart, down distances that nevermore may cross. Graham and Bo won't lay eyes on that ultra-voiced woman again. Not in this story. Oh shit, that's how you unlock it. Ah, so Gaster. Thank you so much, because I would not have figured out how to unlock that. The Sun Swallower's Wake. Alright. Thank you for choosing, hey, let's dig. Because otherwise I would need to have figured out how to do that. So since we completed the side quest for Bo, he instantly gets a level. What do you have already? Piercing shots. What? Okay. I can't resist the urge to dig. That's completely fair. This is a bigger honey bun. I feel like this is a bigger honey bun than they usually are. You know what? He's gonna start spreading the sickness. Oh, thank goodness.
Time for pie.
True break. Okay, we've got a mace. So maces are melee weapons that knock back enemies. We'll give it to Aya. Ooh, a Sekindar necklace. Plus 6 stunt chance. There we go. Alright. You. Doot. There we go. Now they're safe. Oh no. They're advancing. This appears to also do... There appears to also be some additional effects that they can have. Let's get rid of that one. I should have gone. Well. Mandium's cliffs have been cleared. Okay. Attack! Shine the shadow.
And keep looking at the sky.
I can see that.
Wish I could talk to a Gorgon right now. Share a pie. Know what I mean?
No. Also, what's your obsession with pies? You know. I need to keep on tabs of that character text file.
Because then I'd know what kind of pie they like, at least. Crustacean and blue poison pie. That's my guess, but...
Let me stop you right there. I don't think that's a pie flavor.
Yeah. What? Can't you say something?
Yeah, no, it's this one. Oh.
Kodoro.
Not the noises I'd expect from my Gorgon friends. You know what it sounds like? A domestic quarrel. Ow.
Yeah, well... We're well away from the place Graham said to meet. Shouldn't be Gorgons this way.
Kodoro.
Scram!
Kodoro. Thrift. Kodoro.
Well, here's another weird mess.
You've got a knack for finding them.
It does feel that way. Hey, you too.
Me? Since when?
Oh, I don't know. Since you released Volta the Vulture Queen.
I have no idea of what you're talking about.
Yeah. Kodoro.
Watch it.
Kodoro.
Scatter.
Kodoro.
Hey. Is it sad that its playmate ran away?
Kodoro.
Did that look like playing to you? I'm saying it didn't to me.
Owner's not home? Makes no sense someone would abandon the place with all this stuff. Unless this gloom thing had something to do with it.
Look to have left in winter. It's only the warm weather clothes that are left.
Kodoro.
I'm not imagining it. The thing's depressed.
And maybe it is, but we can't actually know why.
Well, it doesn't seem to hate us.
I'll keep a blade handy all the same. As he wields his dagger. So and his other throwing knives, so yeah.
Just saying, anything that doesn't hate me, I'm going to be pretty excited.
Oh, wait, look. He came back.
Ah, it's the cat again. I don't know how well... If, like, someone's watching this on a phone, I don't know how well you guys are able to see it. That's a cat. This is a shadow being.
Is it Maybe that the cat keeps bothering this thing?
Cartera. I don't know. Here's this.
A book?
A little book. Cartera.
Flip. Good when there's a book.
Yeah. This one's weird. A journal. Notes. Records of a long thing. A task. Can I try and read some?
I'm curious. Yeah.
I don't know. So it starts. Day 1. Today I start my dark little spell journal. So it's, yeah, a spell journal? Flipping through, there's lists and drawings, diagrams. But it goes on. I shall here document lucidly and diligently as I may. My preparations, my processes, my observations. I do not yet know how and to what effect this spell shall succeed, but I am resolved in my course to see it through. And there's an amendment. See it almost through. The final turn scares me. It's frightening magic we channel. Exclamation point.
You're saying the person who wrote out
Of course not. A cramped indoor hour passes.
That cat's just standing menacingly in the shadows. Or in the fog, I guess.
Day 10. The spell is cast, and yet today he languishes, same as yesterday. Sleeps and raises his eyes blearily like a cat 9 times his age. Her voice lends an oddly bright music to the writer's unstylish lines. Day 34. I grow sure. Small signs that seem like delusions at first. Manufactured meanings. Sprouted of a man's hope-wild imagination. They are like letters retraced, becoming starker, clearer. Things are changing. Herb dust. The seeped-in smoke of incense. Books and their book covers. The tired beams of rosewood. These soft old college smells combine. Blanket weight, the mold odor sinks around their shoulders. Growing especially comfortable in this place and time, like winter warmth. Last entry. Noticing the writer likes to doodle. Makes me feel sorrier, but here it is. Day 62. My brain's become... Oh, sorry. My brain's become a fiddle string. As vibrating, focused, lonesome as that. My mind narrows. And every thought is a pressed note along that stingling single strand. A solitary stem from which not every sound or contemplation I would once have easily produced may now flower.
Someone likes metaphors.
Perhaps old age would have always been like this. At least shy. Shy continues to mend. For the first time today, he ate with gusto. The whole hurrying I brought him, I've gone back in my old diaries to check. It's been just over 2 years. And I must have noted previously, it's this extended span of smallish changes I find most heartening. The pattern and pace speak to me of momentum, a steady motion that may carry forward far into the future, if never near forever. I find myself fearing the end, but fear too is a new darling of mine. Mortal fear, fresh and clear and bright. It confirms for me that the world keeps its bargains. He strengthens as I waste down. This fate is what I wrought for myself, and for him, let's not be sad. Though it appears the tweaks I made failed, I think of that midnight orchid I so arduously hunted and harvested, so carefully separated, that those efforts have done nothing to mitigate or smooch out the transfer of my years.
Let's not get down about it.
Have to believe him, it's smooth out.
Oh. Oh, yeah, misread that. Smooth out the... But... I'm quite
free of any regrets. Gratitude is what I feel. If you're reading this, believe me, mostly I am grateful. Now I wish to say, if you see Shy around, chase him off. That cat will live 1,000 years. I don't know where he'll go, but don't let him waste his new life here. For here, I will soon be bound. To what extent I shall eventually diminish, it seems hard to guess. I suspect I shall be nothing but a shadow soon. Lightless, thoughtless, meaningless, and without memory. A shade.
May you live long, dear reader, never needing to learn the lengths you'd go to save the ones you love. Corduroy. He signs his name, Ailson Sedge, Foolish Warlock of Lank Meadow.
Then this shadow thing is what's left of him?
Seems like.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the wiki a little bit. Okay. So, for this event, both of these options should lead to us getting a pet either way. As a little spoiler. However, do we want to lead the cat away from this shack? Or do we want to go with the second option? And now that I've asked that, let me research a little bit more. I don't see much of a difference, so second. Alright?
Yeah, I'm sure whatever he wanted was needlessly selfless. Let's ignore it.
I thought she was saying selfish. Okay, so yeah, she's got a plan here. So yeah, let's go with the second option. Trust me, this will end up netting us a cool pet.
The cat knows. Shy agrees with me.
What do you think he knows?
He comes back. He keeps coming back. With how long we're supposing it's been, doesn't that have to mean something?
I don't know. Some creatures really have a hard time giving up. On hollow homes. On the dead. And anyway, this warlock did predict he'd need chasing off. And look. Look what they've become to each other.
So go talk to him.
Talk to the cat? Me?
Yeah, you. Don't make the cat leave. Make it stay. I don't know how. Just try.
And you're going to do what?
I'll be busy. Whatever spell of transfer this man worked. By his own admission, he left it incomplete. Saw it almost through, as he put it. So I'm wondering, can another magic lady bang enough stuff together to change the outcome? At least shake it up? Is there a crystal to swallow or a mystical skull to kiss? That kind of stuff.
Here, cat. Thirsty?
Meow.
Because if you are, find me a bucket with a bottom, or you can dive down the well.
Meow.
Yeah, agreed. But shouldn't take too long. And it was easy to scoff at love when I was 16. Nothing in the world was above my ridicule and disdain. But it's with me and Aya though. From the very start, it was different.
Oh my god, he's sharing stories with the cat. Well, see if he'll come inside.
Hear that? I'm sure I'd probably agree with you. He's alright company, not fidgety.
Carter.
In the oven's hot glow, the cottage seems not much different. There's one layered on smell, cold, dark, and unfamiliar, and a hue to the shadowing that perhaps wasn't there before.
Yeah, I know I look like I'm having fun, but I can't help that. Mostly just coming through that journal and figuring out what he'd left undone. So then I had to button up the pants, so to speak, of this weird creepy spell. Big thing was, we burnt what's called Phantom Freesia. Seems our warlock collected it, dried it, but didn't use it. Cool. And with that, there are some fairly eldritch incantations. A stolen shelled and barred for swallowing, shorn of its whole, shucked even of its shadow. I don't blame the guy for leaving them out. Those words just sounded bad.
You were chanting this stuff?
I'm a mystic. What the fuck do you expect? Well, no. I actually spellcast pretty quiet, I guess.
Do you now?
But anyway, things resolved after that. Color flooded up into him, and... Quarter!
Resolved. So what even was this? This magic, I mean. It's not interfusion stuff, huh? Is it?
Yeah, it's weird. But it kind of is. It kind of was. Only a more unguided form, I think. Like letting things bleed into each other. Letting fire merge with flower. Without the personality element in between my part.
normally, without me knowably interacting. So, interfusion without the human medium. I don't know, isn't that what we might be seeing when magic just seems to happen? You'd know a lot better than me. Well, anyway, I don't know exactly what's changed, except there's more calm in him. Less panic. Almost more awareness. Maybe self-awareness. There he is. There's Shy. Shy gives to the shadow his long, unreadable gaze. And he takes a step inside. And another. This good? I don't know.
Meow. Crow. Meow.
Spring. Comes a noise of light being split down its seams, in a blinding unbrightness somehow painful to see. In that moment, without cognition, doorbell rings. It seems strange claws may have snatched them from the river of time.
Meow.
But they're here again, whole.
Meow. Meow.
Looking for me? Where are you? I hope they're still... No, I shouldn't even think about it. You there? The voice through the window breaks their stupor.
Looking for me, Ulstryx, and for Bob Blue. You inside this glowing hut? Gorgon hordes bubbling up through the veils. Please say you're in there.
We inside, yeah.
It almost seems he senses them going.
Really? That's your voice, right? That's actually a big relief.
For the shadow-melted cat then decides. Okay. So we can either give the pet to Bo, to Mio, or it gives us some stats and leaves. But I am personally thinking about giving this to I'm gonna give it to Mio.
We're both a little strange, aren't we? Wait, you love me.
Gross. So I can leave now, right? Was that a fart?
It was clearly a kick. A fight kick.
Yeah.
Well, just careful letting him sleep in the tent, is all I'd say.
Yeah.
I is where?
She's buying time now. Look, she's buying time now. Just this way. A little down in the little valleys.
And so were brought together two figures of story, Mio Skiride and the shadow cat who protected her.
Okay, so who you want to figure out first?
What happened? Doused the fire like instantly.
You should definitely ask Mio about that one. Oh, fire spirit. Okay, so spirits. We've got 4 turns left to catch this spirit. If we catch it, we can actually get something cool out of it. But for now, let's look at Mio. She's got a little cat, a shadow cat. She's got a shadow cat here. So, honestly, it would have just been better to get the regular cat, but because, like, the regular cat could actually do physical damage, but the shadow cat shreds. Actually, you know what? That is kind of a good thing. I did forget that some of these guys also have warding. Warding's that purple shield on their life bar. Warding is essentially just shield, except warding gets fully healed up at the end of each turn or something like that. Hell yeah. Okay. So yeah. If I place him right here, and then I soak that here. He reached it. So this is important. I will probably get the fire bow. The dark curve. So if you catch an elemental, you can get a weapon that has an element attached to it. So any weapon that has fire, when you get a crit or stunt as the game calls it, it has a special effect. Fire specifically damages up to 3 enemies within 3 tiles. And we're definitely getting that. Nice. So not really much I can do here aside from like make sure Bo doesn't get fucked. Oh boy. Yeah, fuck you. And that's what the mace does. It just shoves them back once. Ooh. Can I reach? I can reach. Get fucked. Okay, good. The raccoon's dumb and is going after Bo. Fuck. Fuck. All right, you wanna fucking play? All right, I'll play. Bap! Alright. There we go. And IS level 2. What does she have? Broad swipes. Okay. So I can replace Guardian, which will allow her to kind of move around a little bit. Blood Rage is also pretty good though. Sentinel. Ah, hey, some armor. Soft Hasping. It is definitely better than Humble Beginnings, except for dodge, but that's alright by me. There we go. Health. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's a bear. With the flames of the Gorgon. If you wanted a name for it, I guess Geist. Alright, well. I almost got fucked over. We're almost done with this first chapter, though. We're gonna find an item. Wait, hold on.
Remember, kids, cleanup is about wanting it for yourself, not just doing it because you're told to.
True.
It's mostly just mess.
Yeah, we know. Oh. It would be good to have you be a little bit faster. No nonsense knee protection. Good to hear. Let's go. Patrol it. Quickly. Okay. Now let's go. Moss. Rustle, rustle. I can explain. Several times, green things grow the greener, warming each other through winter. Didn't realize it was poet weather. You're so bravely frightened. You are beautiful. You remind me of my little brother, a striving for good sort of man, and you don't like it noticed. I was bothered before. Then I walked up on this place. And I still don't know. There's a lot of heavy things. I guess there's a lot I say and don't mean. Making an effort to mean all you say can be quite exhausting. I rove around these parts to look at the moss Been down to look at the clover, to run my fingers through the moss and clover, to smell the damp earth and stones. Washing your hands in the moss and clover can clean away the hurt, the guilt, and worry. Quite as nice, but anyway, I have to keep to going. Interesting. Anyway, I'm actually really curious how the fuck this game is looking, man. Because I just noticed how weird it looks there. Okay. It looks alright. And I'm seeing a kind of blurred one. Hold on. Mute. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I was a bit worried. All right. I never had this before. I'm curious. Okay. Wait, here, a moss in memory. He presents a green sash. I guess it's a nice gesture. No, I mean, I know it is. So are you sure It's a small thing. Only a small sweet thing. I'll learn to weave them for my brother, that a shy and valiant man like you might benefit from it. I think of it as an honor for me who made it. The others await bows of rival, readying for battle at Dwarataya's ironworks. Dwarataya's. Well, thanks. These things don't always get worn for long. If you prefer, hang it somewhere, and just see it from time to time. It's nice meeting the good people, and it's sad also. You hope they remember who they are, up to the end. You hope the moss reminds them. Woo! We get some moss. We look like we've climbed out from the deep ocean. Spoilers. I'm gonna silk step right here. You're going to follow him in. You're going to sentinel. So it's a lot larger of a range. And it's, like I said, it allows for you to kind of move around a bit more. Graham's still got his wooden fucking spoon. Just thought I'd let you know. Hey guys, I think I found them. I'll let Mio have that one. Nice. Damn it. Oh, this is awkward. Yeah, take that. And take that. And crap. Here. No. Shoot him. Yeah. Crap. Right, because his shot's just poison now. Nice. How dare you? Oh yeah, the game lets you know if your character's gonna walk through any dangerous tunnels. Anyway, there we go. Come on, he didn't get it. Well, I guess he is level 2. Ooh, Brawl Guard. So it's definitely an upgrade. Oh yeah, and this is one of the faster melee armors. Ooh, here's an event I like.
Had something to be proud of. Hard fought. No real awful wounds. No one lost. A day to remember.
You know how I get. Want to tell everyone to stop now. Make homes and families. That I'll do it alone from here. And yeah, I sometimes feel inclined to point out the well, no. Not the negative, the necessary. Because y'all can't just expect to win all the time. Someday, we won't. Now, it's not the event I was expecting. That one was a little bit depressing. Also, we have 2 rows. Sorry, it's row the second now. work on this first. Our job isn't done until we've restored what our enemies left in tatters. Alright.
My fear's well founded. At least we know we're not leaving anything to fester.
3 ingots. We'll give them to you. You need it. Hurry. Okay. You know what? We don't have the time to patrol, so we'll just assault. This is the final fight of the chapter. When this fight is over, the chapter will end. Make sure you're ready. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. None of us knew what had changed the beasts who roamed our wilds. We knew something lived inside them. Blue burning hate that frenzied them, then left them still. A stone sentence, worse and more deadly than any venom. Today we would finally find out where it came from, and why it wouldn't stop. Well, Gruff's books looks mostly intact. But we should still stay ready. Graham, anything?
Oh, you know me. Just anxious. Lead on.
Personally, I'm done expecting things to go smoothly.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Their approach to the town of Gruff's books is completely silent. Explore the town. Alright, we've reached the story beat in this fight. Still market. Haha. Alright.
We shouldn't be here. We need to leave.
Unforgivable. And how many more are there?
There's tracks. They go up to that barn door. Wait, shh. You hear that? Whatever did this could still be inside. Alright, so our 2 objectives. Thankfully, we got our movement back. Okay, so there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. Gonna wall with this tree. She's gonna come up here. I'm going to Sentinel. And here she comes with a finishing blow. Their death animation gets kind of fucked up when they have poison for some reason. So we need to make it over here. Excuse me. Alright, the game was just like, no, we're just gonna go ahead and release it. I guess that's because the fucking road broke out. Nice. Just wondering when you're gonna reveal yourself. Fuck. Oh, it's coming out. Oops. Oh my god, how many of these rows did you have? Stop dodging. That's one row down. Nice. Uh-oh. Nice. What the fuck? Oh my god. That's interesting. There we go. Alright. Goodbye, tree. Nice. Nice. Are we gonna be able to take it out in one turn?
Hell yeah.
Woo! Ooh. Oh, fashion for the fray. Okay. This is the armor that's speedy. I like that one though. Yeah. Graham can upgrade Mythweaver. He can lore dump with that. He's gonna have some arches. I think that would be very helpful. Ooh. Hey, I know which one Gaster's gonna pick here. And honestly, it could be very helpful. But also, Fox Flight. Passively, Bo will have +1 speed. But, once per combat, he can disable the passive to activate dodge, so they can dodge the next 2 attacks. So there we go. All right.
We shouldn't have come here. What? Hey Graham, it's alright. It's dead. He's certainly not your standard plow mule.
The hulking carcass steams from its many wounds. Hideous convulsions course along its appendages to the extremities of its body. Then, it the cat. It picked up the cat. No.
No!
The thing's tremendous tail flicks across the barn. It plucks up Mio like she's a straw doll, her weapons falling uselessly from her hands as it pulls her in.
Mio, don't panic.
A voice leaks from Mio's mouth. It's a wrong voice, weird and discordant, like someone fretting and plucking a fiddle who's never picked one up.
Sell yourselves, bone sacks. One speaks my words. I can make it die. You are not alike to us, weak lungs and small minds, stacks of splintering bones, thin blood that will so readily betray you. I flail for your lives. So noisy. You can survive this. Just put her down. You think I flail for life as you do? I am Gorgon. The master Ulstryx has promised us silence.
The voice dissolves into a sound like rain or distant waves. Wriggling grips tighten. A tentacle invades Mio's ear. Stop! Graham leaps forward, and in an instant, a rusty saw leaps off its iron hooks, metal rippling and rippling loudly.
Stop, I said.
What? I've never seen the Mystic, do the throwing. But I love the fact that he's actually got the little particle effects for it. The saw slices into the neck of the great beast. Mio falls free of its tendrils. Saya and Bo rush over to make certain of the Gorgon's demise. Graham supports Mio, helping her to stand.
Mio, you there? Gonna puke?
A strange stony affliction spreads from Mio's ear.
Mio?
This isn't over. I saw its mind. This stone was in its claws.
Mio takes the stone from Aya's palm, turning it in front of her eyes, catching slender sunbeams that slice the barn wall. The strange polyhedral stone is thick with Gorgon blood.
Epicris.
Each face is graven with an intricate image.
The word in the Gorgon's head was Epicris. This town, Gruff's books. He's petrified people, even this monster. Tadpoles in a toad pond, right? Does that make sense?
The epicrest glistens, sticky and blue.
The Gorgons have a master, Ulstryx, it's called. He's looking for something, some myth or secret. I think the riddle's in the stone. I think we have to find out what Ulstryx wants. And make sure he doesn't get it?
Alright. Oh, Graham gets plus 10 retirement age because he was the one that saved her. Also, now you get to see that there are certain things in this game that affect the personality. Since she got this weird infection thing here, she's lost charisma and she's gained loner. So now she probably is not the same woman that we started out with. However, 10 years of peace follow. Victor has undermined the enemy's plans. We have removed the extra armor for the raccoon. During the years of peace, I believe. Yep, Gorgonoid. Okay. That one fits with her more. So yeah, you can change the theme of the theme you have. Yes, the game calls it themes, which makes it real weird. The Gorgon's mark grew and crested over to cover one side of Mio's face. It would be a grim reminder of the encounter that day in the Gruff's Books barn. Aya and Mio were stopped by a traveling woman, a resident of that small village in Hianwanmiyama plain where the Great One once feasted. Hianwanmiyana. Hyunwanyama. Hyunwanyama. No. What the fuck name is this? Hyunwanyama. 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 Anyway, and who the fuck cares plane with a great one once feasted? She thanked them again for slaying the monster and ending the darkest days of her life. Aya deflected the woman's praise, but glowed inside. Typical Aya. For a good stretch of her youth, Aya had made a habit of picking up distinctive rocks she found on her travels, keeping them in a pouch by her side. One summer morning, out of the blue, she entrusted her whole collection to a local kid. Reached that age, I guess. Bo noticed that the town hall at Georgeshire had fallen into disrepair during all the conflict. So he passed the summer helping to rebuild it. Now we see the upgrade screen. Okay. Okay, so let's get her a better axe. Let's get you a better wand. Let's get you. Alright, so yeah, we're in like a shop of sorts right now, so I'm just spending some of our resources. However, one of them is also legacy points, because if you do not have enough resource for one specific thing, you can spend a legacy point for each resource missing. So I'm just going to get her this, and we'll have 12 LP remaining. That one looks alright. I'll take that. Feral memory. Ooh. I kinda like that one. Yeah, there we go. And you know what? We'll get you this. Now with everyone sort of leveled up and, you know, have some new resources now, let's go. I have volunteered her 3 days to deciphering the Epicryst. If this is true, it hasn't always gone smoothly, and progress has mostly dripped along. The meaning of the weird stone have remained inscrutable for years. The meanings of the weird stone have remained inscrutable for years. But today, something in her research slides into place. A symbol. As you can now guess where the enemies might be.
It explains why we've had a few years of relative peace. Do you see what I mean? Here, imagine you're trying to raise an army. What's the first thing you do?
Raise an army?
Right, an army, out of just normal folks. I suppose I'd cook a magic feast. I mean, a big feast, right? But instead of turkey, there'd be some kind of mind control poultry? A symbol. You'd want a symbol to rally support, wouldn't you? Especially if your people are ancients and set in their ways. Are you calling me old? No, I'm not, bitch. So you're saying our Ulstryx, our master of Gorgons, needs this thing? What is it, some kind of divine spear? As a symbol to help convince the other Gorgons to follow it? Yes, that is what I believe.
And why does it need to do that? Why does it need the spear? Or why does it need the support of others like it? What is Ulstryx?
All pertinent questions. Sorry, we'll figure those parts out. I was able to find other records of epicrysts, rubbings. That was my first clue. An epicryst is like an ancient storytelling device, a way for telling a time-honored myth, but maybe in a different order or fashion. That's what I think. But... Anyway, sorry, I'm getting swept up. I checked the story elements here against some of our older legends. You know that tall tale? Kind of a poem, or a song in some places, Queen of the Seas?
No, but get to the point.
A stone tells almost the same story. Almost. And according to our version, the spear is laid to rest in the named cavern. It's on one of our maps. So that gives us an advantage, right? We know where it is?
But they've got a pretty big head start, so...
I don't know if it has anything to do with this, but Gorgon sightings are picking up again. Now seems like a good time for us to get started.
We've all changed.
No, I'm pretty sure that's just you.
Shut up, Graham. Remember all the havoc those things caused and we couldn't stop them?
But we're ready this time, aren't we? Whether we win or not, we're proud, we're together, and we're free. America! The shadows deepen. All monster groups will draw an extra monster card in every battle. So yeah, it even still had their like old clothing. I think that's where I'm gonna leave this off for tonight. We've made a bunch of progress. Just making sure, yep. Alright. So we're making some progress now. Alright. If things go the way I want them to go, tomorrow night, I'm hoping we can actually beat this first campaign. We'll see how that goes, though. But for now, thank you guys for hanging out. I know this is a weird time, and it's not a scheduled one at that. But, progress. I'll see you tomorrow night.